Hi, my name's Ariel Porto with Fucutech, and today we're going to be doing a demonstration of the BATTSCAN high voltage battery analyzer on this 2006 Prius with 107,000 miles to determine if it needs a battery repair or not. So let's go.
Okay, so this is my personal vehicle, this 2006 Prius that I lovingly call my Blueberry. So like I said, it has 107,000 miles on it, and right now the fuel economy isn't doing too good. Right now we've had a pretty easy day, a lot of coasting, and at best it's got 30.3 miles per gallon. Every now and again, in some rougher conditions, I might get anywhere as low as 20 miles per gallon, which, as you can understand from a Toyota Prius, it's all about that efficiency. That's not really good. So it doesn't have any lights on, the mill light has not illuminated, but I'm getting some really poor conditions besides bad fuel economy. It's sluggish, it's slow on the draw, it's just generally it doesn't have a lot of power. So we've narrowed down pretty much that this might be a battery issue, but we want to validate that we need to do a repair with BATTSCAN. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the BATTSCAN in and we're going to start running the test. Okay, so this is the BATTSCAN data acquisition unit. It's going to take some data off of the battery pack to determine the state of health. So we're just going to plug this in to the port. Quick and easy. And as you can see, it's really right by where the gas pedal is, so you might want to be a little bit conscious if you're going to run a BATTSCAN. And so now we're going to use the trusty BATTSCAN app. Right now it's available for iOS. In a couple months it's going to be available for Android, and this is the piece of software that you use in lieu of a giant scan tool type device. Okay, so we're going to start a new test.
Checking for diagnostic trouble codes. No diagnostic trouble codes found. Continuing to high voltage battery testing. Allow the vehicle to idle until it is warm and the engine has initiated auto stop. Battery pack state of charge percentage is satisfactory to continue battery testing. Take the vehicle to the start of your preferred driving route, and press the ready button to continue battery testing.
Okay, so as you can see, BATTSCAN wanted me to allow the vehicle to warm up. Typically in the app it's about 55 degrees C, and it wanted to wait until the vehicle had auto stopped. So it's really important to wait until those things happen before you move the vehicle. But since we had been driving around a little bit beforehand, it got to that point really quickly. So it's telling me that it's warm, it's ready, and the battery is satisfactory to continue testing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it to a safe driving route where we know we're not going to interrupt traffic, and we're going to start doing the acceleration cycles. On a typical drive, we would do 5 accelerations with 5 hard braking events to get through the test data, and we'll see if my little Prius can make it through that today. I'm not totally confident. Okay, so we've taken the Prius to a driving route where we're going to do our BATTSCAN test, and BATTSCAN is waiting for me to tell it it's ready, or tell it that I'm ready. So when I hit the ready button, it's going to give me some instructions.
Make sure the vehicle is stopped. The brake pedal is pressed. The throttle pedal not pressed. And the transmission is in drive. Press go button when ready to start acceleration number 1. And immediately begin a 5-second wide open throttle acceleration.
Okay, so what BATTSCAN's waiting for me to do is to get in the ready position. So I'm going to put my foot on the brake pedal. I'm going to put it in drive, and my foot is not on the throttle pedal. So now I'm going to wait until it's safe to go, and then I'm going to do a wide open throttle acceleration.
Accelerate the vehicle at wide open throttle for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the throttle pedal
Shift.
And shift the transmission into neutral.
Brake.
Then press the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. Press the brake pedal and shift the transmission into drive. Accelerate the vehicle at wide open throttle for 5 seconds.
And here we go for number 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the throttle pedal and shift the transmission into neutral. Then press the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. Press the brake pedal and shift the transmission into drive. Accelerate the vehicle at wide open throttle for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the throttle pedal, and shift the transmission into neutral. Then press the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. High voltage battery test has been terminated. Battery pack state of charge percentage is too low to continue testing. Complete further diagnostics, perform repair, or replace the battery pack.
Alright, so as you can see, the poor little Prius did not make it through 5 acceleration and braking cycles. At the end, it would have given me a similar readout, but showing whether the battery blocks are okay or if they need service. This one, the state of charge went below the acceptable threshold, which means this battery is too weak to even perform a test, which means it absolutely needs repair or replacement. So that's what we're going to be going off to next, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a different repair. It's going to be replacing the modules inside, but not the whole battery itself, and you'll see what we're going to do in a minute. Okay, so we've brought the Blueberry back to the shop for the repair. Now, there's any number of reasons that BATTSCAN could have failed this vehicle on the test. If the voltage was too low, if it dropped too low during testing, if the voltage variation between the modules or cells was too much, if the state of charge was too low to begin with, if the state of charge dropped too low during the test, or in the event that somebody had done a backwoods repair and they had charged the battery too much and the state of charge was too high, that could have failed the test. So in the event that we even made it all the way through the test without failing it, any number of things could have shown up on the BATTSCAN test, and it could have been any number of modules or cells that were bad and some were good. Turns out the whole thing is just too weak. So what we're going to do today is actually a brick replacement. We're going to be replacing just the modules inside the battery. So let's go meet our technician that's going to be doing that for us today. Okay, so here we have our module brick assembly. So this is not a complete battery pack. It's missing a lot of components that we're actually going to take from the existing battery. This is what we got from DC Battery Hub. It is a battery remanufacturer out of Holland, Michigan. And as you can see, it's shipped in a case all by itself, and it has an install date of January 11th, 2019. That's to make sure that the battery has not self-discharged while it's sitting on the shelf. If we had let it go that far or past that date, we would want to send it back and get a fresh one so that when we install it, BATTSCAN doesn't fail it. So when we take a look inside, you can see that it comes with a few things, making sure that you keep your Class 0 gloves on. You've got some warranty information enclosed. So as you can tell, it's just a battery module assembly. It doesn't have any bus bars because we're going to take those off of the other battery. It does not have a case, and it does not have power electronics because those are still good. Those things really don't need to be replaced if they're good. And in fact, those can be taken off of the current vehicle, and you can do a low-cost repair for a customer at a higher rate of return for yourself if you don't have to replace those things. So I have Ryan here with me today.
Hey.
He is a very experienced vehicle electrification technician, and he's going to be doing the repair for me. So if you don't mind, let's get started.
Okay.
Alright, so now we've packed the Blueberry back up with its brand new battery brick assembly, put into the old case with power electronics, and that's just one of many possible repairs that could have been done depending on your tooling and training within your shop that you have. So now that we're done, Ryan, thank you very much for doing this repair for me. I really appreciate it, and we're going to go test it out and see how it does. Okay, so we performed the battery repair, and within the little bit that I've been driving it, I've noticed a lot of difference in the performance of the vehicle. It has a lot more power on quick takeoff, far better fuel economy, and it's been auto-stopping a lot more frequently, both at stoplights and during driving when I'm not doing a lot of acceleration. So I can feel that the repair was successful, but what we want to do now is do another BATTSCAN to make sure that the repair was successful, the state of charge doesn't drop, and that the blocks are okay. So we've already taken it to our driving route, and we've queued it up, so now I'm going to get ready for my first acceleration.
Accelerate the vehicle at wide open throttle for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the throttle pedal and shift the transmission into neutral, then press the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. Press the brake pedal and shift the transmission into drive. Accelerate the vehicle at wide open throttle for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the throttle pedal and shift the transmission into neutral, then press the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. Press the brake pedal and shift the transmission into drive. Accelerate the vehicle at wide open throttle for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the throttle pedal and shift the transmission into neutral, then press the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. Press the brake pedal and shift the transmission into drive. Accelerate the vehicle at wide open throttle for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release Release the throttle pedal, and shift the transmission into neutral, then press the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. Press the brake pedal and shift the transmission into drive. Accelerate the vehicle at wide open throttle for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the throttle pedal, and shift the transmission into neutral, then press the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. Press the brake pedal and shift the transmission into drive. Drive cycle number 5 is finished, and all high-voltage battery testing has been completed. Checking for diagnostic trouble codes that may have logged during the high-voltage battery test. No diagnostic trouble codes logged during high-voltage battery testing.
And okay, so there you have it. As you can see, BATTSCAN is telling us that the state of charge is okay. It's within acceptable levels. It's in optimal levels. And each battery block is okay as well. None of them need service, so it appears that the Blueberry has had a successful repair. Alright, so there it is. Thank you for watching our video and the repair on my Blueberry here. For more information about BATTSCAN, go to bat-scan.com. It's probably going to be in the video somewhere around here popping up. Or for more information on vehicle electrification, training, technology, and support, go to futuretechauto.com. That should be popping up somewhere around here too. And make sure to let us know how you found it. It's a video or a distributor or whatnot. So anyhow, thank you very much. Have a good one.